So this video is just a quick demo of how you would use the Santa Squad platform for doing tracking only. So you can obviously track your Santa on your appliances to the public tracking screen with no route planning or any of the other features. So the first thing that we would do is just create a new event and select our tracking only package. We'll give this a name, tracking only demo will do, and pop in the event date and also a starting address here. Put in the brigade's address. We'll create that event. Then we'll be thrown through the Stripe checkout process. So this is just in the test mode at the moment, so we can just fake some details into here and get away with that. So that will check us out and obviously go through and create the event once that payment is successful. So we'll just wait for it to process its way through there. In the test system. Obviously in the live platform you would just put in your credit or debit card details. So now our event's been created. You can see we've got no Santas created and it's 1 day till our event, and up the top here we also have our public tracking information that you can put on your social media and all of that kind of stuff. So we'll create a Santa. We'll just call this Tanker 1 and create that Santa. We'll create a second one as well, so we'll just call this Pumper and create that one in there just as a reference. So now we have our 2 Santas. Obviously in order to get our tracking running we need to move our event to in progress and remove that tracking block, and now we can grab our tracking code here and punch this into our first app on our iPhone here. So we'll start that and we'll give it its location permissions, and that one should be ready to go. So we'll give that some tracking information. I've not used this one, so I will just very quickly, yep, freeway driving, so that should be fine. And we will also do the same for our second app on here. And we'll start that one onto its tracking as well. And we'll start sending that one some location data. There we go, we've got our maps loaded and they're basically doing their simulated driving route now, so that's all good. So we're now sending tracking data back into the Santa Squad platform from our devices that are on our appliances. So now we can basically come in and have a look at our public tracking map, and you'll see here we've got 2 Santa trackings running. So we've got our Tanker and our Pumper, as we called them, and we can actually see where both of those are in real time. So as I've said with the platform before, we've optimized that location services updating basically to ensure that we're not doing any battery depletion or anything like that. We're also making sure that we only send a location update when the device has moved, say, more than 500 meters or so. So we'll start to see this interface every 2 minutes or so. We'll perform a poll and it will check the location of those devices and overwrite that with its current location. So basically just designed to make sure that there's always a reference location. It updates, noting that the trucks may not move overly fast during a Santa run event. So we're just trying to maintain some level of accuracy with that information that's coming through. Likewise, because we do have 2 devices that are running their tracking here, so we can see it's just updated there in the background. We do have our 2 devices. We can actually filter on those. So this is more of a parental feature. Obviously, if we didn't want to show all of the Santas on the map to the kids, so we can basically just toggle that tracking. So we can see our 2 Santas, then we go to our Pumper, which is our Santa down here, and basically see those inversed that way. It should be our Pumper. There we go, up there, which is green. So basically we're just locking one out from that tracking, and now we can go back to seeing both of those two appliances getting tracked in real time. But that's a basic overview of how we would just use the tracking only feature. We can stop these, and if we just force this to poll, we'll see that there's now no tracking data because both of those devices have been switched off from sending tracking data back into the platform. And that's it really, in terms of getting your tracking only Santa run up and being able to share that information with the public via the Santa Squad platform.